Yes. So in the part 1, part 2 and part 3, we have seen the various aspects of emotional intelligence. In part 3, we have seen the qualities of the people who are emotionally stable. Now let us see towards the qualities of people who are not emotionally stable or who are lacking in emotional intelligence. Now they are unable to control their emotions. The people who are not emotionally intelligent can't control their emotions when they face any odd situation. They are clueless about the feelings of others, even those close to them. They are hardly bothered about the feelings of the people to whom they are acting or they are interacting. They can't maintain good relationships whether at work or at the personal level. They always have a poker face, meaning others have to hard time reading them. They are having irritating personality. People get irritated as soon as they come in contact with them. They are often emotionally inappropriate for the situation. Their body language, their actions, their deeds are inappropriate for the situation. They have trouble coping with the sadness. They are emotionally tone deaf and have trouble reading emotions from tone of voice. A typical voice they are keeping while doing discussions with the people. They have trouble being sympathetic with others. They have no volume control over their emotions. They especially have trouble with too loud emotional reactions. They are completely unmoved by emotional scenes in movies, TV, or books, no matter anywhere. They are not aware of the emotions, how to work with the situation, how to work with society, how to behave with the society. So these are the some points which we can easily observe among a person who is not emotionally stable. Now we'll see that why it is important to develop emotional intelligence skills. Why? Because being able to understand your emotions is fundamental to understanding what it is that will make you more high functioning and lead to you to flourishment or success. Unless and until you understand its importance and inculcate the skills, you cannot march towards your success with a full speed. As humans, we tend to be highly emotional and social creature. Being emotionally intelligent will help you connect with others, boost your performance at work, improve your communication skills, help you become more resilient, and much more. It turns out that having a high level of emotional intelligence will make you successful in just about every aspect of your life. Now we will see that how emotional intelligence affects in all walks of our life. So here first we will see that how emotional intelligence affects decision making. So related to previous point, high emotional intelligence will also improve decision making abilities. Those who have a good understanding of themselves and those around them are more likely to weigh all the options, keep an open mind, and remove all irrelevant and unrelated emotions from the decision making process. Those high emotional quotient don't remove all emotions from their decision making, just the one that can interfere, like anxiety. This helps them to stay more objective while also allowing them to rely on their feelings to a healthy extent. How emotional intelligence helps in communication. To expand a bit on the previous section, emotional intelligence is closely related with communication skills. Those high in emotional quotient also tend to be proficient in their communication abilities. Those who are high in emotional intelligences consider other people's feelings, consider their own feelings, practice empathy for others, and relate to them in conversation. Operate on trust, meaning they build trust through verbal and non-verbal cues and communicate honestly. Recognize, identify, and clear up any misunderstanding with their colleagues. So, from all these points, it is clear that how emotional intelligence is helpful to increase your effective communication. Obviously, all these qualities are going to improve, going to help you for healthy life also. So, these all qualities are very much useful to you on your familiar front also. You will be well acquainted with your family members. There will be a good tuning with the family members to understand themselves, or they will understand yourself, and you will get a easy go and a happy life also. So here we see one another aspect of emotional intelligence, that building resilience with emotional intelligence. So finally, another important reason to pay attention to emotional intelligence is its effect on our resilience. People who are high in emotional intelligence are also generally excellent at picking themselves back up when they fall. So, what is resilience? It is a spirit, it is a force to fight with the situation, to fight with the odds of life. So, obviously, the person who is emotionally stable will get that ability to fight back in a situation. In fact, emotional intelligence is considered by some to be direct source of resilience. In other words, those high in emotional intelligence are more likely to strive for success and pursue their goals, more likely to meet them when they do, and better able to get up and back on track after failure or disappointment. It sounds like emotional intelligence is a pretty important cause or source of just about to all success, to get all success in your life. Now $1 million question here. Can emotional quotient be taught and learned? Is it? Yes. Emotional intelligence, emotional quotient can be taught and can be learned with a systematic training and systematic study. Emotional intelligence is not all the way to the trait side of the state trait continuum. Although it is relatively stable and does not change much on its own, it absolutely can be improved with practice. With concentrated efforts, it can be taught by parents, teachers, coaches, and other educators or practitioners, and it can be learned by just about anyone. So we will see that how can I be improved? Yes, everybody says that you should be emotionally stable, but who will tell me that how I can be emotionally stable? So real question is how to teach the emotional intelligence to the students or the people. So we can use mindfulness to build and maintain our emotional intelligence through enhanced self-awareness and self-regulation. Mindfulness meditation has been shown to work wonders on reducing or eliminating your distress when faced with a tense situation. So, whenever you face any sort of tense situation in life, these qualities, these abilities help you to come out of these all odds in the life. So, dear all, here will end this last part of my topic of delivery, emotional intelligence. Myself, Dr. Sanjay S. Uttarwar. I am working as a principal of Vidarbha Institute of Technology at Nagpur, and from last 32 years I am in the field of academics and research. Thank you.